Is this the end? Will the 15% be enough to take you to the end of the year at least?
Not enough. They can cushion us a little.
Can cushion you a little?
Yeah.
But you can cope till the end of the year?
Oh, yes. We know it's not enough, as I said, but we can manage it until we negotiate for this before next year.
Okay. So there'll be time to negotiate base pay for next year.
For next year. Yes.
Okay. So any other thing will be factored into that negotiation.
Yes.
Okay. I also wanted to find out. I realized that am I wrong or right? Because I see that they are supposed to start paying you the 15% from this month.
Oh, effectively it's starting July, but the time we ended the negotiation, we were told that they already budgeted for, they paid for the arrangement to pay for July salary, so it can only pay July, but it will start from August. They'll pay our rest in August.
Okay, so August they will pay you August COLA and add July COLA to it.
That's our understanding, but the schedule is yet to come from them.
Okay, but that's what you are expecting, except something else comes up.
Yeah.
Okay. And are your members happy with the 15% you got?
Not really. Not really. We thought we would get the 20%. Looking at how things are price of things are skyrocketing in the country, but it's not easy getting that 15%. So somehow we'll manage it, although we're expecting more than that.
And whilst you have returned to school, one of the things we've also come to find out is that your schools are actually also sitting on another crisis that is looming. In fact, government says he has supplied some food. I was just speaking to the Upper West Regional Chairman for Charles, who confirmed that some food has been supplied. But for you at NAGRAT, I know perhaps you have much more detail on how bad the situation is. Give us an idea how much NAGRAT knows about this situation of food shortage and the manner in which food is supplied to the schools.
Yes, actually the situation is that it's very, very bad. And if you remember some time ago, our president even granted an interview to media on this issue. You see, even the food they supply, the quantity is less. Some don't have even the basic thing. We have some schools, they even take only Tom Brown as breakfast without bread or anything. The thing is that, and as a country or as people of this nation, we should not sit back and allow a government policy to destroy the school or our children. Ghanaians are happy about this free senior high school. We are all happy about it. But I think I reached a point that we should review this free senior high school and at least allow parents to pay for their children's feeding. Even if it's 100 cedis or 200 cedis per semester, can't Ghanaian parents afford that money? And our children are suffering. You see, sometimes to the extent that they call each other. Oh, this school A, I have sugar. School B say I have beans, and they exchange. We call this school B. Do you have rice? Do you have oil? Then they exchange. Even the oil price is like, excuse me, it's cocaine. They don't have it. So now you have to use margarine to cook for the students. Why, as a country, why are you allowing our children to be suffering like this? I think the high time, if government is so adamant to hear this call of this review, I think we, the citizens of this country, should be able to do something. I heard some school PTAs are paying to feed their children. Then some are not doing it, and the children are suffering. So, to the extent that some have been breaking their colleagues' chop boxes to get food because they are hungry. Why should you allow this thing to happen to our children? So the situation is bad. If you heard the meter yesterday, they are owing buffer stock. And if they are not magicians, when you owe them, they can't supply for you.
And you think, because let me go back to one issue you raised. He said, because I was just speaking to him, the matter of the school not having food he admitted to. But you are now raising the matter of quality.
Oh, see, let's leave the quality. If the quality is not enough, is not enough. So let's not at this time. Let's not talk about the quality of the food, because the quality there, we can't get the quality. It is not even enough for them to eat. Can you imagine that they ask students to bring their own sugar for breakfast because they can't provide sugar for the students? How much more granite or fruit or bread? So it's not about the quality at all. Even the quantity is not enough. What they supply to them, they under supplied the quantity. If it's about 100 kg of maize, sometimes even get 80 or 50, which will not be enough for them. So some of them have to call their colleague headmasters. Do you have this? Can you swap? That's what they are doing to manage the school. Some even use their own personal money to feed the students because they don't have a problem. Why do you allow our school system to run down to this extent? You see, if you cannot feed, it's not by force. You can take a tuition fee. You can take exercise book. You can take all those expenses. Fine, take them, pay them free. But they are feeding. Let's feed them. Can you imagine? Someone, let me use a finance minister said that, can't he pay for his child's secondary school education? I'm a teacher. Can't I pay for my child's feeding in secondary school? We can pay for it. We can pay for it. So at least let's feed our own children. They'll call you with money. You have to send them money always. That money you are sending the children as pocket money. We can pay that money to the school to feed our children properly for us. So I think it's time that we put pressure on government to review this free senior high school policy, because our children are suffering. They are being malnourished in the school, and this thing should not be allowed to happen. Otherwise, one day we'll blame ourselves that we are crying for free senior high school and our children are malnourished.
So you at NAGRAT think this issue should necessitate a review, a second look at the approach?
Yes. Because as you see, you make the course. Ask children who are in secondary school, see what they are going through. You see, infrastructure in the school is a problem. We still have schools that study under secondary schools. Infrastructure is not completed. So government have to solve that problem and should leave the feeding of children to their parents to feed them. After all, we don't say cancel free senior high school totally. No, we take some part and let parents take some part. I can't remember or hear any parent saying that I can't feed my child. So there are serious issues. There are serious business for government to do, to go school, to provide textbooks, to provide those things that they need. But let's feed our children.
So feeding immediately, if you had your way, is one of the things that parents should be part of, as we speak.
Yes, as I said, some secondary schools, the PCAs, they are doing that already for them. The parents are contributing some money. Some are contributing as much as 500, some 400 to feed their children, because they cannot allow their children to be going through this mess that is happening in the name of free senior high school. So, to us as a union, we believe that immediately something should be done. They should allow parents to feed their children. After it's a review, nobody's saying that you are collapsing free senior high school, to stop it. No. Let's review. Let's look at it that we are playing some crucial role. We know building classroom, dormitory, they are very expensive things. We know, but let the feeding. Let's take care of our feeding. Because look how much they are owing buffer stuff. Can they have money to pay them to continue supplying? And they are not magicians. They need money to feed, to buy the things and supply. So we need to review this feeding aspect of the free senior high school. Let parents feed their children in secondary schools.
But you should also understand government's reluctance. The whole promise is that it is free for everybody, including feeding and all. So if you then start taking money for feeding, then can you call it free SHS?
Oh, you can have another name for it. And if you are say progressive, it will tell you that that's what the past government did. But you see, let's look at this one. I said I can do ABCD, and we are but now my finances cannot support it. So what is bad? They're saying that we thought that we can manage feeding, but now we cannot. So let parents come in to take only feeding, not the total fees that you pay secondary school. No, only the feeding aspect, so that we can concentrate on the infrastructure. I don't think there's anything wrong about it. So let them come down. We want to review just the feeding aspect. So parents can feed their own children. And as I speak, we are some schools are feeding their own children in the school through PTA because the heads are afraid that they'll be sacked. So they find a way through the PTA. They lobby them to charge parents to feed their own children. It's happening. Because of that one. If I can't provide something, myself force myself that I can do it. What I can do it. So this is not the first time there will be a U-turn. There can be a U-turn that parents should pay for only the feeding component of this senior high school cost. And I think parents will be happy to do that.
So that you believe is the way out. But I'm wondering, yourself, you are in the classroom. How do you cope with a student who has not eaten, or who has been eating gari and beans for like 5 days and is not happy? How are you able to deal with such kind of students in the classroom?
Yeah, last time I heard a student speaking and saying that a hungry man is an angry man, or a hungry man cannot study. A hungry person cannot concentrate. And it's true, even adults, when we're hungry, can we concentrate? Compared to this adolescent that need quality food at this stage of their life. They cannot concentrate in what we are doing. You see, so it's affecting them academically and even physically. Because they don't develop well and they can't concentrate because they are hungry. And they go and eat, sometimes eating the same thing. At this stage, they cannot. Some of them are breaking to their colleagues who have some provision, but to sell all those things. It's not good. You see, we cannot say because of free senior high school, we punish some people while their parents are willing, because when you talk to parents, they are willing to pay. So as for the lack of food, it's affecting them. They can't concentrate in the classroom and even on their studies, especially those that have exams to start writing next month, August. We are pleading with government to do something urgent to allow parents to support their children feeding in the secondary schools.
Mr. Rene Kwame Korkor is Deputy General Secretary. Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome, sir.
He is Deputy General Secretary for NAGRAT, speaking to us on this whole issue. And Afrewa.